Hi, welcome. I'm so glad to have Ibtesam here today. We're here to talk about data, AI, and how we'll live with all of that fun, exciting progress in the world. So I'd like to take a few moments to ask Ibtesam to introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Mohammed Ibtesam Asif. I am the CEO and founder of Eon Weave Lab. So had been doing freelancing for many years. I had a passion in this industry, development industry for longer time. Like when I was 10, I got interested into this industry. Then I started development websites and all. Then there is some interest of AI and blockchain. Then I got into freelancing and I make this as my earning stream. Now I run this agency with some of my employees and colleagues. They are good in their work, so I just lead them and handle the client side.
Fantastic. So you've been doing this for a while. I'll jump in a little bit with my take on that. So I think it's really interesting that you've done some blockchain work and looking at how we're transitioning the work we do with data and AI into something better. I often say when we're trying to do data governance or data management, we're just chasing, we're running a foot race behind a car and we're never going to catch it because there's so much data every day. So looking at new and novel ways of managing data, of understanding it is
Yes.
really important. So Eon Weave has been in business for how long?
I started this agency almost 1 year ago, and I gained clients due to my affiliate and all those things because I was doing clients for longer period of time. So I got a lot of clients due to my work quality. In 1 year, I have 40 plus employees from different region, as well as I have an in-house team in my office right now with almost 25 people.
That's awesome. That's a lot of people. That's a great accomplishment for a year. As we think about businesses that work in AI and data, more and more of us are starting new companies and changing the way that we work. I worked in enterprise for my whole career, but I've been doing contracting and have my own company with services because services, I think, are where that's what we need to do. The technology is racing ahead of us. The services about how people deal with that technology, what they do with it, how they work. That's, I think, really a big part of where we need to bring people. And so, those of us with some experience going into the services industry is a really valuable thing. I think I'm seeing at least a lot of people who have, in the last 2 years, have said, I think I have something to offer the market, and they've started something new. So I think that's really exciting.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. As we've moved into this new era, AI has become almost a mythological thing. We've always built AI, and I laugh about it because I've had teams who've been building what we consider to be AI for more than 20 years. We've been building some version of that, and it's just grown and become enhanced. But I think when ChatGPT came onto the scene, suddenly it's AI for everyone. Everyone
Yeah.
has access to AI and the ability to actually engage in it, utilize it, see how it's going to work in their life. What trends have you seen in the last couple of years when we think about AI and data?
I'm working in this industry for a long time, so I've seen many AI trends. If you talk about old times, there was AI before people don't even know. There was AI used by many companies. I've seen people don't even believe Nvidia when they started. They don't even believe that they can become a big company. But with AI trends, it also become a big company with Web3 and all. It's coming big and big. When I see this trend going on before OpenAI, when they start to building algorithms, when they start to building brains that train their own self to make it more big platform for users, and it become trendy when people have access to it. I like OpenAI because they give access to more and more people, and even I've seen many clients and many people that have earning stream in form of AI. They have built many apps, many SaaS services, many things like that using AI. If you see right now, there are many agents that are developing day by day. So my interest started when I got into this industry from Web3. I've seen that there is a lot of potential in this industry. When I've seen there are many things that we can do with AI that we can't do ourselves. Human brain have a lot of capacity, but if we combine AI with human brain, there are a lot of things that we can do. I've seen that many companies still they are very big, but their data is very bad. They don't have a structured data. They are not thinking about it right now, but in future it is very bad for them, because companies are switching toward AI. And for AI to give you a good result, it's need a lot of good data. And if a company don't have data, like their whole data is in Slacks, in their WhatsApp chats and all, it is very difficult for them to arrange and train their AI to become their assistant or their agent, to help them to grow faster and faster in this growing world. For those purposes, me and my agency help those clients.
To help them get their data out of unstructured formats and into structure.
Yeah, not only structured form. First of all, I give my client free consultation about AI and Web3, why they have to use AI, why they have to choose this. If you look at yourself, you have, when you start with AI, you have seen you got attracted to it, but there are many things that were not arranged in a manner that you will use from start, that you are using it right now. Like if you see yourself, you can't think about using AI as your assistant in 2018, because you don't have a AI structured data to train your AI to help you with all those things. Now we have a lot of things we can do with AI. There are a lot of things. I've even see right now. I've seen few days ago. I seen a project called Yes No Error. If I think if you heard about it, it's just using a simple AI integration to find an errors in the past research papers that have been written. Also, they have Web3 integration, so it have token. Also, people are helping them. People are buying their token, they are helping them with token price, they are running that website and all. There are a lot of things that we can do with AI. So all of those things I can help you with, or any of my clients, but mostly with small thing. I am not right now doing IoT or anything like that.
Yeah, IoT, I think, adds a completely different point of view into how we use AI and what it really does. And I think that's a very specialized and complicated use case today. I think it's going to become a lot more mainstream as more people have wearables and there are new things. But I think right now, still pretty niche. But I agree with you in a lot of what you just said. I think the way that we utilize AI and the way that we can integrate it into our work and our lives is so much better now. Like I said, we were building AI in 2018, but I didn't have an AI assistant. I didn't have someone who could set up calendar
Yeah,
events for me and make sure my schedule was clean and make sure that I have all of my notes in the right place. In our company today, we use a note taker so that we can be free to talk to our clients and not have to sit there and type notes as we're trying to talk.
yeah,
We have a summary, we have a recording, we know exactly what everyone said. There have been times where my partner and I have said, oh, I thought she wanted this. Well, I thought she wanted that. Well, let's listen to that conversation again and make sure we understand what she
yeah,
really wanted. And so that's been really helpful. And all of that through AI. And I've been utilizing the particular note taker I use now since 2019. So I've kind of watched it grow. There are some really good ones right now out there. I'm not sponsored by any of them. Hello, I'd love to be. Just a little bit of a plug. But we really think that's really an important component of doing business today is being fully engaged in the conversation and hearing what people have to say. And so not having to type notes, which is, if that still matters, a lot of people learn that way. They need to type it to learn it. Great. Listen to the recording. Type your notes out of the recording.
yeah,
That way you have full attention during the conversation. I think it's great. And I think that kind of the Web3 into today's AI is an interesting transition. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? How did being involved in Web3 help you be ready for what's happening in AI today? So I know that not everyone really understands the difference between Web3 and Web2. So let me just give you a really quick overview. So Web2 is the current version of the internet that allows users to read and write content on centralized platforms. And that's just what we do on an everyday basis. Web3 is the decentralized version of the internet that gives users more control over their data, content, and transactions, but it's built generally on blockchain technology, which is used to store data in multiple locations with tokens, giving users more control over their information. If you don't understand how to utilize blockchain, then you don't have more control over your information. And while it is a bit controversial, there is still some resistance about moving to a blockchain environment. So we're definitely still on Web 2. Web 2 uses centralized intermediaries like servers to store and manage data. And as I said, Web 3 uses blockchains. Blockchain is an immutable contract, so the information doesn't change in the future. There are pros and cons, so I'll get back to Ibtesam and let him describe how they're utilizing it.
Few days ago I am in discussion with one of big AI agency. So we are talking about using web3 and AI in health sector. So we are talking with one of my clients, so I was discussing about how we can use web3 in a health sector. So there is a big gap there. Let me give you an example. If I am the patient, I was diagnosed with something and I got recovered, there are many files I have with me. So there are many research agencies that can use that file to research on those and help more people how I got recovered with that. So for that purpose, we are talking about to build a proper blockchain. For that we build a proper wallet where the people will store all their medical things, all their medical diagnosis and all those things. When they see that thing, they can sell directly to more people. It will be stored in proper NFTs. That so there will be no privacy issues, as well there is less chance of brokerage as well as black market. So there are a lot of things we are building with AI and web3. There are many things like I'm currently building creation network. It's one of the big AI platform. It consists of more than 21 tools. We are using web3 in it. There are many things that we are using web3 for, like for proper copyright things and all those things to make the data secure and everything like that. So I like these two things because I think if we use web3 and AI properly, we can build a big thing that can help people to a level that their data is more secure. They can freely access their data. More people can go through their data. More people can know more about other people.
That's such a great use case. Healthcare, especially, can benefit from AI. It can benefit from blockchain in a lot of ways. I've spent a lot of time in healthcare, about 20 years in healthcare data. So, security and privacy concerns for healthcare data is actually always on our mind. Like, are we HIPAA compliant? Are we following the requirements of high tech? Are we using the right interoperability standards? And that balance between privacy and what can and can't be shared, and the need for that data to be able to build out new health modalities and understand disease better and be able to really treat the patient is really important. I have a really complicated medical history, so I carry a little binder with all of the information. But that's hard for a new doctor to say, you really had scarlet fever twice when you were a child? Yes, I did. And nobody in America has scarlet fever, but I got it twice. So that impacts my heart and that impacts my liver. And there are things now as an older adult that my childhood records, which are nowhere near me, are important for. So yeah, I'd love to
Yeah.
hear more about what you're doing with that.
Okay. So there are many things that we are doing. So one of the use case that you were telling me that you have to carry that file and all those things. Yeah, US structure is many very secure, very secure. They have a lot of things. They have all the data online and everything like that. But we have to make all those things more secure. We have to build a proper wallet. Think like that. You only have to remember a single password, or there is a proper chain where everyone data is a proper in form of NFTs or anything like that with the proper privacy and everything. If you go to any hospital, you only have to approve and give access to that hospital. So AI will help that. If the doctor written that you have this problem, so it will get the whole data from your history that you got that problem. It will show all those things. So we are using AI and Web3. So there are a lot of use cases in healthcare right now. I am building the AI that is directly take calls and close this meeting for me. So there are many use cases of AI. So when they form that idea, they have my LinkedIn or they have your LinkedIn, they can connect with us. We can explore, we can discuss more about that idea. And the development part is ours. They only have to think about the idea, and I will change that brainstorming into proper R&D, into proper idea. Then we can form a proper planning, and then we can develop that thing. So development is not difficult. The only thing that is important right now, if you want to start business in web3 or AI, you only have to think about the idea.
I think that's really awesome. I think the idea is, well, people always say the idea is 10% because there's so much that goes into it once
Yeah,
you have an idea. But I think that that idea, that creativity, the innovation that we as humans bring to what we can do with this technology, what is available to us if we're utilizing AI or Web3 or blockchain or any of these newer ways of looking at and thinking about data. Um, Innovation is where the human comes in. I know there's a lot of conversation, and I'm
yeah,
involved in many about, what will humans do when AI is doing all of this work, when robots are literally doing the manufacturing, when, we've got an AI who can interact with you as well or better than many other humans. We've got AI that can outperform graduate student data
yeah.
scientists. What will humans do? What will our role be? How do you see that moving forward?
Okay, so that's a very difficult question, if I say, but let me tell you about it. So, if you talk about AI, yeah, AI is growing very fastly. People are building new agents, new technologies day by day that are more smarter than people. But look, if you think about the human race, we have covered a lot of things. We have developed it time and time and time. There are many technologies that come, that people think that this technology come now, there is less need of human resources and all those things, but human, I have the tendency to learn from that thing. They have started from the scratch. Even from the scratch they can build up better things from the AI. If I think if a person have a good brain, and if he can think, there is a lot of opportunities around AI with time also. If you have a brain and if you can think, you can use AI with your brain to form many things that can make you a lot of money. So human will transform with AI with time and time. Yeah, it will be war, it will be something like, it will be one person standing, that's most powerful person. So if you are a powerful person, you have a good brain, and you start from here. Even if you have not started in 2018, you can start from today. And if you start from today, there is nothing you don't have to worry about. So you don't have to worry about your jobs and those things. AI will not take it. For right now, AI will make new opportunities for more people to form new jobs, so they will get more opportunities. But only thing is, a person have to think out of the box for their survival.
I think that's really a really interesting perspective. The fact that with AI we can just start fresh and start new, and that we can do more if we create that idea using AI. And that's a really great way that you put that. I like that a lot. That you mentioned about agents and building agents for people. I think that agentic AI is really where AGI comes
Yeah,
from, right? Is that we have agentic AI, and I would argue that agentic AI has already passed the threshold of what we used to call the threshold for AGI. No one's made the big announcement of we've got it because it's not foolproof. But to be honest, neither are humans, right? If it can perform at 87.5% and humans perform at 85%, well, I would say that that kind of meets the AGI standard. I'm curious about agents and what you think about the breadth of things that you can build with agents. I think there are lots of individual use cases. There are a bunch in healthcare, obviously, but if you could, where does agentic AI, where does that fit in the ecosystem of the life cycle of data?
if you think like that, you have talked about agent, yeah, it have crossed some threshold, so it's better, it's becoming better than human also. There are many figures it have crossed better than human. But if you see that human have built that thing by themselves, they are forming day by day. I've seen many more people into business after becoming after AI is available for more people. I've seen more millionaires after this AI trend. I've seen many people becoming from zero to hero after this trend. So you can't think negative about AI. You can't think like that it can take the human race. It can't take that. But it form new opportunities. Because I am in Web3 agency, I have seen many clients asking me for different type of agent. They want to build that using, they also want to integrate Web3 with it. They, because they have seen a lot of opportunities in this field right now. It's not like that AI will totally take the human race, but it's like if you go parallelly with each other, there are a lot of things we both can do together. There are a lot of opportunities we both have together. Yeah, there are many things that I am also worried about, like there are many things that AI can do better than me. Also, they can take better meetings than me, they can take many things better than me. But right now I have a better emotional sentiments than AI right now, for right now. But after some time, if AI form that thing also, we have something also different from that AI is currently doing. That's evolution. That's evolution. Many species have seen, we have seen many species forming evolution, changing their self, changing their structure or anything like that with different things. When there is something happen to their things, so they change totally structure, or they change, they evolve with time. So same happen with humans. So they have to upgrade their self little bit. If you let's back get back to questions. So if you ask about agents, yeah, it's very cool thing, but it will take little bit time to match that accuracy that human will totally dependent on it. Right now it's not that time that human are totally dependent on it. It will take some time, it will take few quarters, or it will take few years. That because there are many developing countries that don't have these things available right now to their self. So it will take little bit time, but in that time human have a lot of opportunities to become get parallel to that AI structure. So if they get parallel to it, there are nothing to worry about.
So do you think that those areas, those, we'll say, those people in the world who are below the technology line, that today are not currently in today's technology landscape, or even people, I mean, we have neighbors in our small town who don't own a computer, have never been on the internet, and they don't want to. But do you think that that is going to be able, that they're going to be able to leapfrog into where we are? Are we building things that's going to create a divide, or are we building things that are going to help people who don't have the same kind of understanding and same involvement that we have with data and AI, be able to utilize it in almost a seamless way when they are ready?
So they are 10, 20 years behind the main AI race, so there is no issue with that. We will grow with time, but after some time, yeah, there will be difficulties for them. But
We are focusing very much in right now on how do we as data professionals, whether we're coders or architects or salespeople or managers or whoever we are, how does AI impact our jobs? That's important. And I think when we think about AI for the greater good, and the fact that people who are not using it right now are going to inherit the things that we're cutting our teeth on, and that we're tripping on and getting banged knees because we're finding our way in the dark to learn how to move AI forward and move humans forward with AI and with data. Because I think to me, they are inseparable. If you have AI, we're talking about data because that's the foundation. My family they're not data people. So when I talk about AI, they kind of get an idea of it. They have no idea what I do. They have no idea all of the underlying structures we have to put in place and the quality issues that we put together. But those things affect them. And so they're inheriting this work that we're doing behind the scenes, this private work behind the curtain. And then they get to use the output of what we build, even though we may have had 15 iterations on our side, and we've had to work through it. I'm the only one in my family actually not retired, all my siblings. And so their experience with information, with data, with AI, and what they're using is very different than mine on a day to day basis. But I think even they are seeing that they're inheriting that work that we're doing, that they don't have to know what I know to be able to use AI. Um, I think we both agree on that. I think that's really important. One of the things that really struck me through our conversation so far is you've mentioned it a few times, and I have my point of view on it as well. But those of us who are educated, who are working with AI, who are building things or who have been building things, are the ones at most risk of being replaced by AI. So how do we look at the future of work? How do we look at how we're going to work with AI and upskill people and help them learn? Is that a matter of just building more capability and then like migrating people to use it, and like we'll just leapfrog from one to another, or is that something we need to like really be focusing on now? What are your thoughts on that?
So yeah, AI is very fast. If you think like that, AI is very fast. We can't walk, we can't run. We have to jump and run, run, run. We have to learn with time and time and time. There are many things that AI is doing right now. In next quarter, it will be 50% doing more better than doing it right now. So there are a lot of things that AI can do in future. If you think about us, the people that are educated, not only educated, the people that are doing business in this field right now. But if there are negative as well as positive things of AI going too fast. I have seen many people, I've told you before, I have seen many people becoming millionaire using just only AI and Web3 and all those new technologies only. Even if you talk about AI, I've seen many people becoming millionaire just in few months, just in few years. I've never seen this thing in my 9 years to 10 years career. I've never seen things like that. Yeah, there are difficulties for us also. There is negative side also. If I talk about myself, I have developers and everything like that. We are growing 20 to 30% every month in form of resources and everything like that. But with AI, I have decreased that percentage little bit. I have my resources had been decreased little bit. I'm using more AI. I've teach my developers and everyone the use of AI. I've told them how to use AI, how to make do things fastly. But those things are very good for me. But those things are affecting those developers, those new developers that are getting into this field. But they also have opportunities, and the world is very big. It is full of opportunities. It's not like I can't become a developer because AI take my place. If we talk about future, AI take my place. But you can't become a developer, but you have a brain, you have used that, you can use that AI things to make and build something that's you can do. You can build that thing in 1 or 2 months that you it will take around 6 to 7 months. You can easily launch it, you can get VCs, you can get into business. People, our population is also growing with time. So there are a lot of opportunities. If you set aside that negative things, there are a lot of positive things also for developed people or developed countries. But yeah, the point is same. It's only about the person that know how to go parallelly with AI. If you are just below that line, it will be difficult for you, even for me, if I'm just behind that line for in future, if I'm not using AI properly.
That's a really good point. And I love that you said it's a big world. It really is a big world. And we are a global society as we think, especially in tech. We work across the world. I've had people from almost every country in the world work for me at some point in time because we
Yeah.
are we are really more integrated because the technology is less of a gap than our culture or our language or our location. We have a bridge to bring us together. And I love that. So I want to kind of jump off from that and tell me a little bit more about your company. How do people engage with you? What services you offer? A little bit about Eon Weave.
Okay. So let's get back to business. Yeah. Okay. So we as Eon Web Lab, we provide different services, development related services that are mostly available in many agencies like mobile app development, web app development, and things like that. But our main focus is currently to switching our agency totally to 2 to 3 niches that are AI. Web3, and currently I am focusing getting into business and getting into cybersecurity, because with AI and with 3 there are a lot of things we have to think about cybersecurity also. So I am getting into that business also. I have a team of salespeople that are very good, as well as developer designer everywhere around me right now also. So they are working with me on different projects. They are like colleagues to me. So my salespeople connect with different people. I am running some ads and all those things, so people connect through me from that. But I have all other options also. People can directly connect with me on my LinkedIn. They just have to message me. I think you will tag me on LinkedIn. So they just have to message me for few days. If somebody come from your meeting, I will 100% provide them free consultation for 1 or 2 session, where I will discuss about their ideas. Even if they don't want to start building it right now, they only come into meeting and discuss about their idea, and then we think about future with time and time. I will tell them if this idea is good, if they are thinking good. I'm also available to sign proper NDA with them, so their idea will not disclose with other people. So it's like that. My sometimes when I'm busy, there are few people that take over those clients. I have Zubair with me, I have Sushi with me, so those people help my clients sometimes. But I am mostly available. So if anybody come from this video, I am 100% providing you free consultation for 1 or 2 session. You just have to message me on LinkedIn. I will share my calendly with you, and you just have to ping me, and we will boom this world with our AI and our brain.
Awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. This is a great opportunity for us to connect with people, for other people to, from my network to see you and what you do in your world, from your network to see me. I think that's really valuable. It's the reason I'm doing the podcast. I really want to bring people together and work together. Thank you for that. I think it's really important that people know that they can get a free consultation from you. If you are interested, go online, connect with Ibsen on LinkedIn. Make sure that you mention this podcast so he knows. He'll give you a free 1 or 2 sessions on your ideas so you can work together through that. I think that's fantastic, and I appreciate you offering that to people. I actually have one last question I want to end on, kind of with final thoughts, and before we're done. We've talked a lot about agentic AI and the things that are coming and how that's going to impact people and their jobs and their world. What do you think about the ethical considerations about AI? Because as we've talked about healthcare and about the regulations, and I need my records to be pulled together, but at the same time, I don't want them to be public. How do we think about the ethical use of AI? And how do we build that in? Is that part of something you're doing with Web3? Is that blockchain? Is that, how would you think about the way we're going to secure and ensure data is ethical and used properly? And we'll end on that today, but I think that's a really good final point.
Okay. You have seen AI growing. We have talked about it a lot in this meeting. We have talked about different positive and negatives of AI right now. So if we talk about AI, if we see technology like that, we humans also have a proper responsibility. We have to think like enthusiasts. We have to think responsibly in this field, because AI can build anything. I've seen many things that are going bad for many people. I've seen many influencer or many people that get into deep fakes and all those things using AI. I've seen many people, many girls have destroyed their career using that. So there are many bad side of AI also. So it's just in human hand how we use that. Okay. So I think you have seen that time when the smartphones are building. So there are many people that don't even use smartphone. I have some of my grandparents and everyone, they don't like to use smartphone at one time. But when we are away from home, they start learning their smartphone. When we gifted them smartphone, they start using it. They start video call, FaceTime, and everything. So if you see that there are many people, yeah, there are many people below that poverty level. Also there are many people that don't like to use technology right now, but they have to use it after some time. It will become like food. Food is important for humans, so they have to use the AI or web3 or anything like that in future. But right now it's nothing to worry about for those people, because if AI is taking jobs, but it is only taking jobs of upper level people. It's taking job of people that are educated, that are forming those things. I, as a businessman, I only think for the people that have money, so I only target those people. And I, when I target those people, I have different ideas, I think like them. Thought about ideas what those people will use, what those people use. But the below the structure, they have a different lifestyle, they have everything different. Yeah, but as a developer, as a business owner, we also have a responsibility when we are building something. When even if you are doing some project, if I am doing some project, we have to take that responsibility. When we are discussing that thing, we have to take that, if this thing is good for humans, if this thing is good for human race, if this thing can be useful for people, if that thing is dangerous for people, we don't have to build that thing right now. Because investor come up with money. Some people are just greedy, they only want to make money from this thing. Yeah, AI is booming very fastly, there are many things that we are expecting this year. Nvidia is working thoroughly on their structures and everything like that, their hardwares are getting big and big. Apple is going for AI also. But as a developer, as a business owner perspective, you're also a business owner, so I think we have a great responsibility in this field right now. If we do our thing right, there is nothing that AI can harm more people or anything like that. Yeah, I have very great expectations for AI right now. I think in quarter 4 we are expecting many things that we have not expected right now. Even if a creation network is just launching in just a month, you will see that website is built by us, that project is built by it. It has many tools that you have not seen right now. So there are many things we are building with time and time and time. There are things, if we take it responsibly, we will become a great example for more people that will maybe pray for us, think about us in bad words, if we make AI as a evil mind.
Thank you. That's so great. I love that. We do have a personal accountability as we're building things to think about people and
Yeah,
how this affects them. I think you're absolutely right. Everything can be a tool, and a tool can be used for good or it could be used for evil, right? I carry a pocket knife so I can cut strings or remove a sticker or whatever, whatever I needed to do with it. It's not a weapon necessarily. I'm not ever going to
yeah,
defend myself with a pocket knife, but it could be used as a weapon and it could be used to harm if I so chose. And so for me, it's that same kind of thing. Tools are useful and they can be used for good or they can be used for not good, but it depends on the intent of the person using them. We might
yeah.
build the most perfect thing and it's all with good intentions, and someone exploits that for a bad purpose.
Yeah,
Um,
just I've last thing I will give you an example. I'm just reading some news, and I saw in some country in India, I can name it. In India, a police have solved 2006 case just using AI. They have solved that case. They have solved that mystery. They find few people that have that that had done that crime. So if you use AI in a good structure or anything like that, yeah, government take time to form a proper rules and regulation for AI. There is no proper rule and regulation right now. It will build with time. But AI, if AI can find culprits, it can be useful in many things. But it is also bad for many things. So we have to use it properly.
I agree. I think it's our accountability to make sure that that happens. Well, thank you so much for the time today. It's been really a great conversation. I really enjoyed it. I know we always go a little bit far afield when I'm having a conversation,
Yeah,
but I really do
yeah,
appreciate your perspective, your point of view. I think the Eon Weave Labs has a bright future, and I think it'd be really great to see you grow and follow along with your organization. So thank you for the time today. It's been really fantastic.
yeah. Thank you so much. It was my first podcast. If there is any issue, sorry for that. I will grow with time also. I was little bit introvert and shy, so sorry for that.
Oh, it's wonderful. We all come from where we come from, right? Yes. I want to thank you, Ibtesam. It's been a real pleasure. I hope everyone enjoyed the podcast today. So please join us again every week as we talk about AI, data, and how we'll live. It's going to be a really interesting conversation to really look at different perspectives from different areas of our industry, different foci based off of my wonderful guests. So if you do want to become a guest, please do DM me on LinkedIn. Also, please click like, share, subscribe down below. The podcast will be hosted on my Substack, Morgan Templar Substack, and then we'll also be on YouTube and LinkedIn. So thank you for joining us on whatever channel that you're on. Catch us wherever you catch your podcasts and join us again next week. Thanks again. Have a fantastic day.